Hey everybody, Dave Oster here from Most Valuable Podcast, bringing you another NFL season prediction. Today I've got the Buffalo Bills, and a special treat for me on top of it. A couple hours before I recorded this, they went through with a couple of trades, apparently giving up on Sammy Watkins and Ronald Darby, and picking up Jordan Matthews, EJ Gaines, a second-round pick and a third-round pick. You know what that spells. We're planning for the future here. And I'm honestly a little hesitant about this because I wasn't done with Sammy Watkins. I think amazingly talented. Obviously, the injuries were a concern, but apparently it was time for Buffalo to walk away. Can't blame them entirely. Now they've got a ton of picks in this upcoming draft, so it should be a very interesting year to see how they kind of strategize around that. Starting off the season, you are off to a great start because you're against the Jets, literally the worst team in the NFL. Should be a rollover game. Hopefully it's not like a trap game to start the season because that would feel terrible. But no, I mean, honestly, this Jets team doesn't deserve to win a game this year, as I think Ricky will tell you in his season prediction. In the second game of the year, going up against the Carolina Panthers, great team. They're going to be a bounce-back year, I think, to be honest with you. Cam Newton is going to be back on. I know there were the concerns about his health coming in this season, how he's going to adapt to his new play style, less run-heavy, more throw, and a little protect himself. But even though your defense has taken like a small step forward, I still feel like this Panthers team is just going to be a little bit better than you. The next week up, you have Denver at home. Unfortunately, Denver, that defense, I mean, they can drag any quarterback. Like, you could just write a name on the back of some random fan's shirt, and they're going to win games with that defense. So, Tyrod Taylor, he's a little mistake-prone at times, and I think that's what Denver's really going to jump on and try to take advantage of. So, unfortunately, another loss there. Next up, the Bills are going to the Falcons. The Falcons team, obviously, ridiculously good last year, perhaps overachieved a little bit even, but they're still returning a lot of that talent, and they definitely are going to compete again for a playoff spot. I think the Bills, you're just aiming in a different direction right now with giving up on Watkins, and I think that this one's probably going to get a little out of control. I think offensively they're just on another level. So, I mean, Tyrod could keep it interesting. He always has that dual threat action that gives them a chance in every game, to be honest with you. That's what I love about Tyrod, but I think the Falcons would be just a little too much for him offensively this game. They have then another road game against the Bengals. Bengals are a rough team, personally, because I feel like they play everyone tough. I don't love them at any point in the year, but I think that they have the talent on paper to win out and to be a very strong team. So, again, it will be a close matchup. It'll be a grindy matchup against the Bengals, but I feel like the Bengals are going to win out, and they'll be going into the bye week, though. Chance to recover, maybe. Unfortunately, it doesn't get any easier coming out of the bye. You have a home game against the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, that run game, that pass game, that defense. Like, the Bucs are really on the up and up, and unfortunately, I'm going to say the word unfortunately a lot here for you because I feel a little bad. Trying to throw away the season. You do have a lot of upside coming because plenty of draft picks, plenty of young talent, and I think we'll start to see some of that throughout this year. But this is going to be chalked up as a loss. Next week, Raiders. I'm not going to go into detail. The Raiders are just a damn good team. Derek Carr healthy means they're going to win. Then, another mercy game. Thank you, Jets. Twice a year, both wins. No contest. That'll be nice. The one thing I kind of want to make sure that I see is, honestly, just by this point in the year, we're past midseason. This is week 9. We're wrapping up. So as long as this Buffalo team is consistently moving the ball, I mean, Jordan Matthews as a pseudo replacement for Sammy Watkins, my main concern with him is obviously he has a lot of issues with dropping the ball. So with him stepping into the spotlight and potentially being a number 1, I'm praying by this point in the season we're going to kind of find out if he really is number 1, or if we're going to see some rookies stepping up and really kind of jumping into that main role on that roster. Week 10, the Saints are coming to Buffalo. Saints, again, Drew Brees has been there forever. The offense, they're really, really talented offensively. He's got to throw for 1 billion yards, but their defense is awful. And you play a very balanced game. So I think, holding Drew Brees reasonably in check, I think that this Buffalo team can walk away with another win here. Another solid game, though. Week 11, Bills going to the Chargers. Honestly, this one, even though it's traveling, I think that the Bills are going to win this one out. Here's the thing, I'm on the fence about a lot of these games because I think they will be relatively close. A lot of it comes down to how much you believe in Tyrod Taylor and this defense. Personally, I think that he's not super accountable, like 50-50 shot in most of these games. So this Chargers team heavily rely on a few key players, Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, and then it's a very sharp slide after that with that offense. Obviously, Melvin Gordon, incredibly talented, as long as he stays on his feet, solid. But I think the Bills absolutely have a solid chance to win this game and walk away with another win. Then they go to the Chiefs. Chiefs are static, plain, boring, but they play it safe and they win a lot of games doing it. And unless you really can rattle Alex Smith, you're not going to get an easy win out of this. So I think the Chiefs are going to walk away with this one. Again, it's just very mistake free play, and I feel like your defense is not going to be able to take advantage of it. Yeah, you'll get some pressure here and there, but all in all, they'll be able to mitigate it pretty well. The following week, you're going to be going up against the Patriots. Patriots are in wrecking ball mode. Like, Tom Brady's immortal, and pretty much there's very little chance that you will be able to compete. Last year, he kind of threw a little bit of a smackdown on you, so you're not unfamiliar with that. Following week, you're going up against the Colts, week 14. I think that you guys have actually a really great shot, and I've got you down as a win on this game. The Colts, well, being a good team, Andrew Luck, when healthy, is excellent, but he was almost hurt for the entirety of last year, never playing 100% really. And again, that offensive line has just been made of paper mache for him. So I think that you can really press an advantage there, get pressure on Andrew Luck, and really force them into a lot of bad positions and possessions in general. So I think you guys can definitely take one from the Colts. Week 15, Dolphins are coming to town. Dolphins team at this point in the year, I mean, it's going to be, I want to lean towards Jay Cutler, just because smoking Jay Cutler, like Adam Gase, they have a good offense together. By this point, they'll have melded kind of, and I think they'll be pretty comfortable. But the big concern there, obviously, is if this goes wrong for the Dolphins at any point up to this point in this year, like, that game is an easy win for you. So at the moment, I've got my faith in Gase and Cutler, but easily could be flipped around, given any bit of signs of weakness throughout the year from them. Week 16, Patriots again. You're going to Foxborough. You're going to lose. You're going to get swept by the Patriots. It's okay. That's fine. It's normal to be swept by the best team in the NFL. And then week 17 to wrap it up, Dolphins. I've got you splitting this one. You could win both, but I've got you splitting conservatively at this point. Like I said, a lot will depend on how this team kind of rolls out with Adam Gase and Jay Cutler together. So worst case scenario, 1-1 against them. Best case scenario, you could take them both. So right now I've got you at 6-10, easily be a 7-9. But again, rebuilding year. Don't be afraid. Like, this could be a really overachieving rebuilding year. It really depends a lot on, your faith in Tyrod Taylor, if he is your future quarterback long term. If not, you've got more than enough draft picks when you're walking away going from this year to go get yourself one for sure. But that's what I think about this Buffalo Bills season. If you guys have any comments, questions, or let me know what you think down below. Love to read it. Love to get the feedback. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure to check out all the other MVP NFL season predictions.